Okay, again, the encoding is done, and if you look at the output here, when it finished, it says that the file length is 4 minutes and 59 seconds, and that it took 26 seconds to encode that. And then down at the bottom, you see it says the average bit rate is 193.5 kbps. So that's approximately equivalent to, say, 192 kbps encoding with MP3. If you're not comfortable with using the -Q setting for quality, you can specify in terms of bit rate. Looking at the man page, it gives us the syntax on how to do that. And we type og enc dash or space hyphen b space 192 space track 05.cdda.wave space hyphen o space track 05 og. Again, that's going to overwrite the previous file, but that's still okay. And I hit enter, and you can see this working. And the line here to notice, probably what is at the 5th or 6th line down, it says that it's encoding the file at the approximate bit rate of 192 kbps. That's what we want. Let me pause here while this finishes up. Okay, that's done encoding. Now if you look at the last line of the output there, it again says the average bit rate is 193.5 kbps, even though we specified -B 192. But because Ogg Vorbis uses what's called variable bit rate throughout the song, it changes the bit rate to accommodate, the part of the song so that it gets the most efficient use of the codec, and the size of the file can be as small as possible without sacrificing quality. So -Q6 is approximately equivalent to -B 192, or actually it appears to be exactly equivalent. Okay, now I can test that again. I can type og 123 and test the output just to see what it sounds like, to make sure nothing weird's happened. Sounds good. Looks like it's still working. There's an issue I've overlooked so far, and that is the issue of song tags. When you open your music in a music player, you will probably want to see the artist and song title in the player. So in this next example, I will add the necessary switches to add song tags to the encoded file. Now again, I've already looked at the man page, so I already know what I have to type. But if you want to get the exact syntax for all these switches, because there's going to be quite a few of them, type in man space OGGENC, hit enter, and you can read through the man page there. And I do recommend that you do that. Okay, now let me encode this song with all the appropriate tags. I'm going to just type in what I need to type in here. OGGENC space -A, which stands for artist, space quote, Candlebox is the name of the artist, unquote, space hyphen capital G, that's not a small g but a capital G, and that's for the genre. And genres are kind of irrelevant, but I call them alt rock, which is alternative rock. Space hyphen D, space quote 1993 was the year the album came out according to the CD. Space hyphen capital N, space quote 5 unquote, and that's the track number. Space hyphen T, space quote far behind is the name of the song that I'm encoding. Space hyphen L, quote Candlebox, that's the name of the album, and it's a self-entitled album, so the name of the artist and the album happens to be the same. Space -B, we're going to go for the 192 bit rate again. And finally, the other parts of the syntax you're already familiar with. Track 05.cdda.wave space -O. And this time, instead of just calling it track 05.ogg, I'm going to call the track Candlebox space hyphen Candlebox, that's the album, space hyphen 5, the track number, far behind .ogg. And this last part has nothing to do with the tagging, it's just how the song will appear on the file system. So now I hit enter, and it will encode that. I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got that song encoded, I'm going to bring it up in a graphical music player just so you can see the tags without having the scrolling issue. And so I type beep media player, and then I'll use command completion to finish out that long command line there, candlebox, og, blah blah blah, all that. And let me bring this window over here in front of the video camera. And there you can see in the top, it has all the tag information, and down here in the playlist, let me turn this down, but all the information that I typed in there is entered in. Now all I have to do is repeat the process for the other 10 songs on this album, and I'll be finished. Once all the songs are encoded, you'll probably want to get rid of the .wav files, the WAV files, that raw audio data. You probably want to get rid of that to save space.